Hey guys, today I'm going to talk to you about the new movie Little Fish. Now, this movie comes to theaters and streaming tomorrow, February 5th. I just finished it a few minutes ago, and if you can't tell, it did have me crying at the end. It's incredibly heartbreaking and tragic, and I feel like this is one that's going to sit with me for a while. Yeah, it's definitely going to sit with me for a while. I'm excited to give you my spoiler-free review for Little Fish. But first, if you're new to the channel, I'd love it if you'd hit the subscribe button and maybe that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. Thumbs up would be pretty cool too. All right, let's talk about it. Hey, Tessa from Mama's Geeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. All right, guys, this movie stars the incredibly talented Olivia Cooke as Emma and Jack O'Connell as Jude. And the story of this movie is, like I said, it's absolutely tragic and heartbreaking. There's a memory loss, I guess, pandemic virus going through the world, and people are either completely forgetting all at once, or sometimes things slowly start to disappear. And nobody knows why people are getting it. They kind of make jokes. Are people immune? Are they not immune? They don't know. There's all these trials to solve it, but you see people just literally losing pieces of themselves. And Emma and Jude had a friend that this happened to. His name is Ben, and they talk about how he's a guitar player, he's in a band, and he starts to forget even how to just play the guitar. They also discuss how, planes are grounded because pilots will just literally all of a sudden forget how to fly a plane and it will crash. And so there's all sorts of things like this, but the movie really focuses on the story of Emma and Jude. This very early on, you realize that Jude has this virus, and he's starting to lose things here and there. So she's doing everything, Emma's doing everything in her power to help him remember. I mean, they're writing notes down, and she'll like look at him and what's my name, what's my favorite color, what's this? But the story just goes, as it goes on and on and on, it gets more heartbreaking and more tragic. The score is absolutely amazing. There's certain moments that really elevates, especially towards the end. I love a good score. I mean, it can make or break a movie, right? Depending on what music is playing in the background when there's certain emotional moments happening. Of course, the cinematography is incredible as well. I mean, Jude's a photographer, or at least, he's a photographer for, you see him at a wedding at the beginning, but so there's a lot of stuff like shot through the camera, which is really nice. When they go out and take photos, you can just see the backgrounds, and everything is it's absolutely stunning. I don't want to give any spoilers, so I'm going to stop kind of explaining the movie there, but I'm just going to tell you that these two, Olivia Cooke and Jack O'Connell, are just phenomenal in this. I mean, they basically carry this entire movie. I mean, it is a movie about them, obviously. They're the ones that are going through it. And while there are other secondary characters, they're the main ones, and they carry the whole movie, and just so perfectly. Like, even the looks in his eyes as he forgets certain things, it comes across, you believe it, you actually truly believe it. And I love it, and I love their relationship, and it's like I said, sad and tragic, because it makes you think of the fact that our relationships really are just memories of each other, right? Oh my gosh, I don't want to cry. I truly recommend this movie. I don't want to give too much away, but I think that everyone really needs to see this movie. I guess it is based on a short story, which is very interesting. After finishing the movie, I did read the short story before doing this review, and the short story is great, but man, they do a really good job of bringing it to screen. I've really enjoyed this movie. It's a little slow at first, but it's definitely worth it once you get there and you start to realize, the pieces that missing, and you got to put it together. And like I said, it really comes all together in the end there, especially. But it is heartbreaking. It is tragic. Have tissues handy if you are an emotional person. But this is sad and it is depressing. So fair warning, it's a hard movie. There are parts that are hard to watch because it is definitely depressing. I mein, it is. It's very sad. It's tragic. It is a tragic tale. I know I keep using that word tragic, but it is, but it's so worth watching. I really enjoyed it. It's not a perfect movie by any means. Like I said, it is a little slow, and there are pieces that you almost feel confused. Like, I felt confused at certain parts, and a couple of times I had to go back, but it does all make sense in the end. And man, it was such a good movie. I like became invested in Emma and Jude's relationship. You know, I really truly became invested in them and their stories. And that's what I love about this movie is as Emma's trying to help Jude remember things, you're learning this story of them bit by bit by bit. And the reason that this is called Little Fish is just absolutely perfect. And I really, truly loved it. I think those two actors are phenomenal. They carried this. The cinematography is amazing. The score is amazing. It is a little slow at parts, but stick with it. And the payoff is there in the end. If by the time you have already gotten to this review, you have seen Little Fish, let me know what you think down below in the comments. Again, it is in theaters and streaming on, I think, just a couple different services. I would check out probably Vudu tomorrow on February 5th. I definitely recommend it, but be prepared. You need to mentally prepare yourself for this. It is about a pandemic that makes people lose their memories, and it spreads through, and it is depressing because to see people lose their memories and lose themselves is hard. And we do have mental illnesses like that and illnesses like that in the world right now. And so to have to, if you know someone who has something like dementia or Alzheimer's, this might be a little triggering for you. So please keep that in mind when you check it out. Be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell. You don't want to miss out on videos like this one. As always, you can give me a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated. Follow me over on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Mama's Geeky over there. MAMASGKY. Thanks, guys.